welcome to the Disney News Show. Here's your host, CruellasFurCoat.
Yes, this is the Disney News Show. I am Joe Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat, and this is episode 71 for Sunday, 17th of March 2013. Now, first of all, let me just apologise for the lighting in here. I just can't seem to get the lighting right this morning. It's really dull. We've had an awful weather this past week and I can't seem to get the lighting right. Sorry about that. I've tried to get it as best as I could, but it doesn't seem to be looking as good as normal, so sorry about that. But welcome to the show. Got lots of great news coming your way this week. Some great announcements from Walt Disney World, some other cool stuff to talk about, include, well, the main piece of news about the Disney Springs coming to Walt Disney World. I'll get to that very shortly. But first of all, I'd just like to mention my contest, which closes today. If you would like to enter the contest, then be sure to enter before midnight tonight. It's closing at midnight UK time tonight, and the draw will be taking place sometime this week. I'm hoping to be like Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully get that video out to you guys during that time. So if you would like to enter the contest, all details down in the description box below if you want to enter. But moving on from that, last week I did mention that I may be going to see Oz the Great and Powerful this week to be able to give you my thoughts today. However, I've still not managed to get around to it, but I'm going later on today, so I'll definitely give you my thoughts next week. I know it'll be a bit late, but I've had a really busy week and not had time to go and see Oz the Great and Powerful yet, but I'm going later today, so great stuff there. But apart from that, not got much to show you. Well, I've got nothing to show you this week. Kind of quite a few things last week, but nothing this week. That included my Frankenweenie Blu-ray 3D, which I did an unboxing of on Monday, so you can go and check that out. Link down below if you would like to go and see that unboxing. But we're going to get straight to the news this week, starting off at Walt Disney World. And this week, Disney unveiled plans for a complete regeneration of Downtown Disney at Walt Disney World. Now, this new project, as I mentioned just a bit ago, is going to be called Disney Springs, and it will take the theme of a turn-of-the-century Florida lakeside town. Now, personally, I think this whole expansion idea and the theme, and I think everything about it looks absolutely fantastic. And Disney has released images, they've released concept art, they've released a model, and everything looks absolutely fantastic. Now, this regeneration will see Downtown Disney expanded massively. It'll actually be doubling the number of shopping, dining and entertainment venues currently at Downtown Disney. Now, Downtown Disney currently kind of consists of three different areas. You've got the west side, you've got, well, the old Pleasure Island, which currently stands well, with not much going on at the moment, and then of course the marketplace. Now, these areas, well, probably the most of the focus is going to be on the Pleasure Island area, which is going to be called the Town Centre. Now, this is going to all be built up around this idea of a spring, a freshwater spring, I believe, that'll kind of be the focus of this new expansion. It'll be what kind of attracted Florida residents to this area to build up this town, and I think with a fantastic story like that, I think Disney is going to do a great job with this. Now, interesting to think about some of the stuff that's recently got there, including the Splitsville bowling entertainment venue, which has only opened up recently, and it'll be interesting to see how they incorporate things such as the Splitsville into the new design, and then the AMC theatres, Planet Hollywood as well, all that kind of stuff. How are they going to incorporate that? It'll be interesting to see, but very, very interesting news there. And I will keep you updated with all the latest news coming from Disney Springs. Should we start calling Disney Springs now? No, I think we'll stick with Downtown Disney. Now, the construction is set to begin next month. Now, quite soon, really. Normally when you get these kind of big announcements, Disney waits quite a while, and then, I mean, Avatar announced nearly, well, it's a year and a half ago now, and still not any construction going on there. But it's set to open in phases. Now, as you would expect, they're not going to close the whole of Downtown Disney for this. It'll open in phases until 2016, which is their planned opening date. Very interesting to see. That's when they are going to be opening Shanghai Disneyland as well. So lots of good stuff happening well, lots of good stuff coming to Disney parks soon. So there we go, that is the announcement of Disney Springs. As I said, I'll keep you updated with all the latest news there, but fantastic news there from Walt Disney World. Okay, next up, the dates for this year's Star Wars weekends have been announced, and they'll be running every Friday, Saturday and Sunday, as has always been the case, from 17th of May to 9th of June 2013. Now, Star Wars weekends always look absolutely fantastic, and I'm very excited to see what's going to be coming this year. As always, celebrity guests will be appearing. There'll be lots and lots of great activities, events, merchandise especially, going to be taking place at Downtown Disney? I've got Downtown Disney in my head. Disney's Hollywood Studios, sorry, from the 17th of May to the 9th of June. So I'll keep you posted on any updates about that. But yeah, so Star Wars weekend's dates have been announced this year. Okay, and our next bit of news from Walt Disney World. The Disney Channel Rocks moving stage show at Disney Hollywood Studios is set to have its final performance next month on the 6th of April 2013. Now, interesting to see this show is going to be going, because we've also had rumours this week that the Pixar Pals Countdown to Fun parade at Disney Hollywood Studios also looks like it'll be having its final performance on that date. So if they take away both of the kind of parades at Disney Hollywood Studios, that'd be interesting to see what they replace it with, if they replace it with anything. Of course, there's been all the, well, I don't want to say controversy, but the fact that the Pixar Pals Pixar Pals Countdown to Fun is not particularly very good in comparison to most Disney parades, and so I'm interested to see what Disney does there. But personally, I didn't go for and see the Pixar parade, well, that one there, because I was told it was so bad there was no point going to see it. However, I did enjoy the Disney Channel Rocks show. I really enjoyed that one, and I thought that was a nice kind of thing. It is performed quite a few times each day, 4 or 5 times a day, and so it'd be a shame to see that go. But I think lots of people will be pleased to see the Pixar Pals Countdown to Fun parade go. However, that bit of information is not confirmed. It looks like Disney Channel Rocks is definitely going, but I'll keep you up to date on what is happening with the Pixar Pals Countdown to Fun parade at Disney Hollywood Studios. Okay, so we've got a little bit more Walt Disney World news coming up in the parks news very shortly. However, we're moving over to Disneyland now. As some of you may remember, that Long Lost Friends Week happened as part of Limited Time Magic at Walt Disney World back in January. And now it's been announced that Long Lost Friends Week will be coming to Disneyland very soon. And it's going to be happening a little bit differently to Walt Disney World, as you actually get to vote, or we get to vote, which characters we want to see coming to Long Lost Friends Week. Now, there is a long list of characters. There's probably about 15 to 20 different lots of characters that we can choose from, including the 5 lots that we saw at Walt Disney World's Long Lost Friends Week. That was the Robin Hood characters, the Big Bad Wolf and the 3 Little Pigs. You had the DuckTales characters, Horace Horsecollar and Clarabelle Cow, and also the Pinocchio characters, which was Pinocchio, Geppetto and Jiminy Cricket. Now, if Pinocchio characters do come to Disneyland, that will include Jay Worthington, Foulfellow and Gideon as well. Now, there are also lots of other characters that weren't available at Walt Disney World to choose from, including Song of the South characters, the bear characters. You've got Alice in Wonderland characters, Tarzan characters, well, Jane and Turk, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Clopin, Esmeralda and Frollo, Peter Pan characters including Captain Hook and Mr. Smee, Pocahontas characters, Bugs Life characters, Sleeping Beauty fairies, Flora, Fauna and Merryweather, Pirates of the Caribbean, you've got Jack Sparrow and Angelica, Merlin from Sword in the Stone, a whole range of characters, including more than just that. That was just some of my favourites that I read off. But the fantastic news here that obviously Disney has recognised that people maybe want to see their favourite characters being involved in this, so it'll be great to see that. Personally, I would love to see the Song of the South characters as well as Hunchback of Notre Dame, but let me know what you'd like to see, and also don't forget to go and vote. Now you've got to vote on Disney Parks. Well, that's the only way to vote. There's a link down in the description box below, and you've got until the 21st of March. So let's say that happens. We've got to the 21st of March. Let's can presume it'll be happening in early April. Well, sometime in April, I'm presuming, is when the Long Lost Friends week is going to be happening. However, we don't have a date yet. So I'll keep you up to date with that stuff there, but moving on now. Next news from Disneyland. There has now been an opening date announced for the new Mickey and the Magical Map show at Disneyland. The new show will be opening on the 25th of May this year, and the show will be situated at the Fantasyland Theatre, and it include Mickey getting hold of a magical map that sends him through quite a few Disney movies, including The Jungle Book, Pocahontas, Mulan and Tangled, and so great stuff there, and I'm very excited to see more on this show. But yeah, so an opening date has been announced for that show as the 25th of May. Okay, moving on now. A new event has been announced for Disneyland in May this year called Opa, a celebration of Greece. Now this will feature Greek music, dance and art as well as history, and it's taking place from the 25th to the 27th of May. And this looks very interesting. I'm surprised it's not going to be as part of Limited Time Magic. However, it's going to be taking place at both the It's a Small World Mall as well as the Paradise Gardens in Disney California Adventure. Of course, It's Small World being situated in Disneyland Park. Now, this looks very interesting. Disney does like to do these kind of cultural events or activities going on at the parks. We've had similar things happening in the past, and very cool news there. So if you're heading to Disneyland during that time, be sure to go and check out the Opa, a celebration of Greece. Okay, so moving on to the parks news now, and this week saw the introduction of a new addition to Disney's Photo Pass, and this is at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, and it's called Attractions Plus, and this is letting you add select attractions photos taken within 14 days at a cost of $44.95. Now, as you know, for some Disney attractions you get photos taken on the ride, and with this new addition, you'll be able to add those photos direct to your PhotoPass account, and then you can download them at home. You can do whatever you want to do with them then. But I think this is a great idea, really. Possibly not for that really quite an expensive price. $44.95, is it worth that? I'm not entirely sure. However, it is great. You get those photos. We don't buy too many, do we? But it'd be great to see them when you got home. I think they're really, really cool, and so it'd be interesting to see what people think about this. Now, this is currently only available on property. You cannot get this edition online, but that'll probably change in the near future once this gets completely underway. But that is now available at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, and if anyone does take advantage of that offer, then be sure to let me know what you think. Okay, so next up, the Limited Time Magic for this week at both Walt Disney World and Disneyland is going to be an Easter egg hunt. Now, this is going to be taking place from the 18th to the 24th of March, so from tomorrow. And you can search for Disney character-themed eggs at Epcot and Disney California Adventure. Now, it actually costs to take part in this activity. The maps and stickers needed for the challenge can be purchased from select locations for $4.95, that's dollars, plus tax, and so it looks like a great thing for kids to get involved in. You need to go and search these different character eggs, and you get this special little map, and it looks really, really cool. So that's happening this week as part of Limited Time Magic at both Epcot and Disney California Adventure. So that is all the news that we have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. This has been the Disney News Show, episode 71 for Sunday the 17th of March 2013. From me, Joe Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat. Don't forget to tune in next week. That'll be episode 72. That'll be out next Sunday. And also don't forget to enter my contest. You've got a few hours left to enter my contest. Go and click on the link just here so you can go and check out all the details on how to enter that and how to get yourself a prize. And so, yeah, so great stuff there. If you would like to leave me any comments, questions about anything I mentioned on the show today, or just Disney in general, then be sure to get in contact. I love hearing from you guys. You can leave comments down in the comments boxes below, send me a personal message if you'd like, or contact me on Twitter. I'm at CruellasFurCoat. You can go and contact me there. Link is down below in the description box if you'd like to go and follow me. And so that is that. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.